Thank you very much.
Am I supposed to?
Please, Prime Minister.
Jó estét kívánok! A very good evening to everyone. I will speak Hungarian if you don't mind. So the reason why I'm here is because Hungary was in the chair of the presidency of the European Union in the past 6 months. First off, thanks to Ursula von der Leyen and to the Commission for a very good cooperation. We managed to put aside all political disagreements in order to be able to work on important issues. Thank you to Antonio Costa, although obviously for most of the time it was Charles Michel who was chairing our meetings, and he deserves thanks as well because he did a lot in order to achieve success. Now, where did we start our presidency and where are we now? We're faced with security issues. We have a war in Ukraine, in the Middle East and in Africa. And we have a constant threat of escalation, illegal migration and consequences were threatening the Schengen area. Our economic numbers are showing us that we're losing competitiveness across Europe and we're lagging behind our most important competitors. And in the meanwhile, all the other global players have very strategic ideas. Some want to come back and be big again, and others want to be even bigger again. So we thought we should be a political presidency. Well, actually, there are two options. You either have a political presidency or a bureaucratic one. Now, if it's a bureaucratic one, then obviously you just roll on the existing processes and keep things going. Now, if you want to have a political presidency, then you make political decisions. I was lucky. This is not my first presidency, so I know the ropes around these issues, and I know the two options. I already had the experience of being leading a presidency more than 11 years ago. So now I made the conscious choice of having a political presidency, and I had a very strong and able team to help me. Now, the most important political question is Ukraine. Here, I had no room for maneuver, because within the European Union you don't have consensus, and if you don't have consensus, then you cannot do anything in the name of the European Council. So whatever I did in connection with the war, I had to do it apart and not within the European Union. It was a bilateral diplomacy that I had to use. As we speak, there is a proposal for a ceasefire that I achieved, not within the European context. Now, moving on to competitiveness. As Madame von der Leyen said, we are at a historic crossroads because we want to simplify things. We want to have energy that's affordable. We want to support SMEs, and we have clear deadlines for these tasks. And it is the European Council that should move these things forward. Well, this is where we're at the moment. Now, to those who are interested in technical issues, we have a document where you can see everything in detail. Now, this is just one page. There are 50-odd number of things that we have to do in order to become more competitive. That was just one page. So you can clearly see that we're looking at a very complicated and difficult task ahead of us. Now, another important point in our presidency was to have a conversation between ministers to talk about the future of Europe at the conference of now, as a next step, we move towards the Western Balkan. We talked to Albania. We had 3 intergovernmental meetings, and now we're almost at the level of being able to organize a similar event with Serbia, and this is a novelty in the past 2.5 years. Now, as the President of the Commission said, we made a decision about the Schengen partnership of Bulgaria and Romania. This has been on the agenda for the past 13 years, and it has not become a reality because there were always a group of countries that were blocking it. We were talking over a period of our presidency and trying to convince those countries that were blocking this decision and convince them that these 2 countries should get what they duly deserve, i.e. membership in the Schengen zone. I would like to also point out that during our presidency, we had the first time that the 27 agricultural ministers managed to agree on the future of. We managed to agree on the future of the common agricultural policy for the period after 2027. Now, I also think it's important that we managed to achieve a declaration on the principles of anti-Semitism and the betterment of Jewish life. And we agreed that this is something that's very important across the European Union. Now, over the past 6 months, I've begun to see it more clearly that the European Union has to be more ambitious in order to be able to survive. We have to think big. In other words, I'd like to suggest to the upcoming presidencies to be brave. Well, this was our slogan for our presidency: "Make Europe great again." This is our only chance. Thank you.